This is Kina Knisley, and this is a real talk about real estate. And today I am lucky enough to have Carena Townsend from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today, Carena. So, how are things in Ann Arbor right now?
Great question. The market has definitely slowed down in Ann Arbor. There are things that are still selling in the first week, like within the first 10 days, but for the majority, things are sitting for 30, 60, 90 days, really at all price points. So it's a great time to be a buyer.
Yeah, it is. And they are taking sellers to the cleaners. They want every nitpicky thing fixed, and they're getting so many credits. Although, I just put two on the market the same day. One has an offer already over asking in 3 days, and the other one is crickets. So it's so weird. And
It is so weird.
Nice, different parts of the island. So definitely, I guess it depends on where you are, how you're priced. I don't know. I can't figure out the magic trick, because we get an over asking offer. I'm like, okay, but this other one. But
yeah, I don't think there's any rhyme or reason. It's not a certain price point. It's not a certain neighborhood. It's just one house happens to be the magic house of the week, and the others just kind of are great. They're just not the magical one.
Yes. So what's your average price point in Ann Arbor?
For a single family home, our average price point is about $550,000.
Oh, that's pretty good for
Yeah.
Ours is like 1125, 115. Yeah. It's a little cray. But no. So what can I get for 550,000? Is it just a little house or big house?
I would say probably about 15 to 1,800 square feet, 3 to 4 bedrooms, at least 1.5 baths. Yeah. And that's going to also come with like typically a 2-car garage, a basement. So it's a decent sized home, great for a small family. And yeah, good variety in almost every house here. You've got a nice yard, grass. So like if you have children, you can put in a playground. If you have pets, like you can put in a fenced-in yard. So lots of variety.
Yeah, that's cool. So why are people moving to Ann Arbor? I know the big university's there, but what else?
I would say, yes, besides the university, we have 3 local health systems. So the University of Michigan has Michigan Medicine. We have another health system, St. Joe's, and then we have a VA health system as well. Domino's Pizza is also headquartered here in Ann Arbor. And then we're close to the big 3. And so there are a lot of people working in the car manufacturers who live here. Also, we're pretty close to DTW. So if you work for the airlines, Ann Arbor is one of the closest cities besides Detroit that people oftentimes live in.
Oh, and they'll just kind of shoot over if they work at the airport. That's
Yep.
So yeah. So now to show people the Michigan way, we have our hand. Y'all love this hand. Where's Ann Arbor on the hand?
So we're looking at the hand. Detroit is right here, and Ann Arbor is just in. We're about 45 minutes west of Detroit.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So what's fun to do there?
So right now we're in the middle of college football season. So on a typical Saturday, you have the whole town really shuts down for tailgates and going to the games. But that also means that there's a little bit of traffic. Beyond that, we have a really vibrant downtown with lots of restaurants and such an eclectic group of like foods from all sorts of different places in the world. So you're going to eat some of the best food here in Ann Arbor. We also are known for having wonderful parks. Ann Arbor being trees, there are parks virtually in every corner of the city.
Oh my God, I never associated Ann Arbor with trees. You're right. I'm like, wow, I've known about it for years and no idea. So what if somebody wants to invest there? Can you buy something that will cash flow or?
Yeah, so definitely a lot of single family homes that people use as rentals. There's a lot of student housing that are good rental properties as well. We have obviously the University of Michigan here, but in the city over, Ypsilanti, there is also Eastern Michigan University. And so oftentimes people own a lot of investment properties there. It's a little bit cheaper price point, and there are still plenty of students who need rental homes. I also know plenty of graduate students at both universities that oftentimes live in Ypsilanti simply because it's a little bit more affordable than Ann Arbor is.
I don't know what's affordable. Like,
Oh, in terms of rent, it kind of just depends. Like if you're looking at, we have a lot of big rental apartments in Ann Arbor, and those ones oftentimes you rent just one room, and it can be anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 just for your room in a single. So that's not affordable for many students.
yeah.
So in Ypsilanti, you might be able to.
Though. I mean,
Yeah, for an investor, great.
Yeah.
But yeah, for a student, in terms of the rent, like it might be more affordable. In Ypsilanti, it might be like $2,000 for a 3-bedroom house, which is nice. In terms of price point for investors, I mean, it's kind of the whole range. You could get a house that's cost $1 million here at a higher price point. You might also be able to find a good investment property for $400,000 in Ann Arbor. In Ypsilanti, a similar size house might be closer to $250,000.
Oh, wow. That's a great deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else do you want people to know about Ann Arbor?
Ann Arbor is a really wonderful college town, and there's just this beautiful mix of residents, so townies such as myself who've lived here all of our lives, and then people who are affiliated with the university, and we really thrive off of each other. We couldn't have the city of Ann Arbor without the university and vice versa. So when you come to Ann Arbor, you're really going to experience the best of a really lovely city and a college atmosphere. What else about Ann Arbor? It's really close to Detroit, so you can get to Detroit in 45 minutes. And of course, there's all sorts of things happening in Detroit, whether it's the professional sports or theater. But beyond that, Michigan, we're surrounded by 4 of the 5 Great Lakes. And so there's so much nature. So within about an hour, 2 hours, if you want to drive really far, 10 hours, you can still be in the state of Michigan and enjoying whether it's the Great Lakes or hiking or the trees changing in the fall. There's always something outside to do, which is really lovely.
That's amazing. So yes, I'll have to go back. I haven't been in years. So can you live in Ann Arbor and root for Ohio? Because I know they have that big rivalry.
That's a great question. I actually am a Spartan who lives in Ann Arbor, so I root for Michigan State instead of the University of Michigan. And I have several friends who live in Ann Arbor who do root for that team down south.
Oh, the team that cannot be named. Oh, but yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us about Ann Arbor. And if you have anybody that's looking to buy, sell, or invest in Ann Arbor, we can get you connected. And thank you so much. This has been wonderful. So
This has been so fun. Thank you.
yes, this has been Kina Knisley with Real Talk about real estate. See you guys soon.